Alright, let's start swinging that sword and see if we can do some damage to these. Launching the fireballs is probably going to do more damage than anything. Oh, they're starting to escape to the mainland somehow. Unfortunately today, the first thing I need to do is collect a blue orb from each and every one of these chests. And there's going to be a lot of them because every boss I killed last video dropped 4 of them. I know I said I wanted more damage, but if it's going to take this long to do it, I don't know if it's worth it in the end. I guess we'll find out in like an hour. Today, I think I want to fill the entire world with stars. It's one of the new items we have to play with, and I just can't help it. I can summon them one at a time, purple pigment, paper, and obsidian, so they're not that hard to build. We just need a lot of that stuff. In fact, we'll get started on these things right now. Maybe we'll actually just turn this to infinite, and as soon as I have those ingredients, it'll get started on them. I also never realized you could put droids on the ballistas. I don't know how much better that makes them, but next time I do the boss thing, we'll use some droids. Now, what was it I was doing? Oh yeah, opening chests. If I can't one-shot enemies after opening all of these, I'm going to be really annoyed. Also, someone pointed out that if I unlock bows and arrows and upgrade them, it also upgrades my ballistas, which would have been really handy to have for the last video. Luckily for us, we can put that to the test right now, so the ballistas currently just fire big arrows that kill skeletons really quick. So we'll start upgrading. There it is, plus 3 attack damage, so we won't see any noticeable difference. We need better bows still. Gold bow is done. Arrows drop coins on hit, which could be interesting because if the ballistas do that, they'll actually make me a lot of money. Not really that I need it. The skull bow does extra damage to bosses, which could have been interesting. We can still play with that. As soon as I'm done collecting my orbs, we'll have some time to wait while we're making 1 billion star scrolls. And whatever else I can find to do to amuse myself while making everything. Because collecting all of these isn't a lot of fun. Finally, we have one we can test. Arrows freeze targets on hit. Let's go summon some skeletons in front of the ballistas and see if they freeze. If it doesn't just kill them 1 hit, which it looks like it's going to. Might have to summon a boss up front, which means we need more stars, which means I need to summon one right now. Hopefully it lands. There it is. Hopefully the lighthouse has an effect on it too. Not sure it has historically. Not sure how many it gave us. I think we had 6 before. We have 20 maybe. I'm not really sure. We'll summon the beat. While we're waiting for that to be done, arrows now set the targets on fire as well. So if the ballistas don't light whatever this is on fire, then we know it doesn't work. Okay, let's summon the beat right here and see if it gets lit on fire or frozen. Doesn't look like any of the above. Not sure upgrading the bow has any effect on the beat. And the beat doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Mostly just dying. I haven't upgraded my damage yet, so I can't really do a lot to it. It's mostly all the ballistas. So I do think I saw it freeze for a second, but that was probably from my sword. And oh good, more chests and orbs. Looks like I managed to collect all of the stupid orbs from all of the stupid chests, which leaves us with 88 orbs. Which of course we're going to use to increase damage. So I just need to do that 87 more times and I'll finally have the damage I want. Hopefully. Already though, after chasing around my orbs and chests, I can make 43 more star scrolls. Which kinda seems like a lot, but we're gonna have to make a lot more to do this. So here's a cool new trick. I have 50 orbs. Click on them, double click really quick, and you can actually use 2 at once. That's gonna save me half the time. This was the final damage upgrade, number 88. So let's go put this to the test. Normally these ghosts are pretty hard to kill. I one-shotted that with my pickaxe, so I think that's a pretty good sign. How about a big skeleton? Yep, one-shotted that with my pickaxe, not even hitting things with my sword yet. Yeah, I like this already. I seem to be one-shotting everything. This is gonna make the game so much easier. I don't even need an obliterator anymore. I am the obliterator. I've just realized I only have 1 power plant left because all of the bosses last time destroyed them all, so let's replace those. That way my stuff can actually build. Taking long enough as it is, doesn't need to take any longer. Conveniently, I found a skull sigil at the market, so we're going to summon a skull to see if I can one-shot that. And you know what? We're going to do it down here by my lighthouses to see if I get extra stuff. Alright, can I one-shot this guy with a pickaxe no less? Nope, didn't seem to have any effect there much, and my sword, not much else. Not sure if the damage upgrades really affect bosses or not. I'm one-shotting basically everything else. So he is dying pretty quick, but definitely not as quick as I was hoping. Well, that was that. Did he drop extra stuff thanks to the lighthouse? That was my other concern, and it doesn't really look like it. Well, okay, that's fine. At least I get an extra 4 damage out of the deal. Definitely sad about the damage thing though. There must be a cap somewhere. The hardest part about getting enough star scrolls is going to be finding purple pigment because it takes nightshade and lavender. Neither of which I find in any great amount. Everything else not too hard to get. These are going to be the hard thing to keep up on. I haven't played with animal lure yet. Let's see what that does. Let's lure some animals on over and see what we can do to them. So if I use one here... Oh, okay. You just lay them on the ground and animals must come to play with them. Okay, great. Not really sure what the point of that is, but come on animals. So far, that's really working out great. Very impressed with the amount of animals that come flocking to the animal lures. In my boredom and waiting, I've bought 2 training dummies at the store. I realized I can see my damage from the training dummies. If I hit them, 36.5 damage. I wish I had realized that before I ate all those orbs, then we can get a before and after. But for now, 36.5. I'll get some more orbs in a bit. We'll see if the damage does go up. The only thing I can really do for now to try and get more of these flowers is use the druid scrolls over here by the lighthouses and hopefully spawn a bunch of flowers when I do it. Doesn't look like I got a lot, but I'm sure we got some in there somewhere. Maybe I'll have more luck down here where it's more central biome. There, we got at least a few more flowers. Each one of those gives us, I don't know how many, but it's more than we had before. The downside to that really is that I can do the same thing in a snow zone, but I don't have any lighthouses here, so I'm going to get the basic amount of flowers, which isn't going to be enough to get thousands and thousands of star scrolls. At least not in any big hurry. Oh hey, look at that, the animal lure is working. We've got 2 cows and 1 chicken. Since I found myself 1 more blue orb, let's take another swing at the training dummy to see our damage currently. 36.5. Then eat said orb, and see if that made a difference to our damage. 36.75. It went up 0.25. That's interesting. The damage is still going up, just very, very slowly. Every 4 I eat will increase 1 damage, which makes me wonder what the next sword would do. Not that cheap to build, but interesting. I can already make the next pickaxe if I want to. Okay, so I've got a new strategy for keeping me busy for a while. I'm going to keep hitting the shrine until I get the one that makes me move and attack twice as fast. Then we're going to see how far into the void portal we can get. And you might notice I loaded my hotbar with all sorts of potions. I don't know what half of them do, but I assume they're all helpful. What's not helpful is holding so many items that I can't actually see where my pickaxe is anymore, so we're gonna have to fix this. I'm also gonna make the demon gloves right now. They're pretty expensive at 15 fiberglass, but I've really got nothing else to spend it on right now, and I might as well be doing all the upgrades. Plus that just makes me swing and attack faster, which makes everything faster. I forgot there even were upgrades still to be had up here. Now, the void upgrades are going to be pretty expensive because I need void roses, and unless they happen to be in the void biome, which they probably should be, I'm going to be waiting a long time for that stupid merchant. 84 hours later, finally got dexterous. Move twice as fast, attack twice as fast. Let's do it. Before we do that, we got to really quickly drink our potions. Pretty sure that was all of them, not sure what most of those do. It's probably going to be a big mess. Let's do it. Beat all the enemies before the time runs out. Is it darker in here than it used to be? There we go. Look at that, there's void roses in here now. That's going to make things so much easier. I wonder if there's anything else in here I didn't have before. If I'd known that, I would have been spending a lot more time in here already. Yeah, those are supposed to be coming out of my something. You know, having all these potions going is great and all, but they kind of get in the way of me seeing stuff. Like, I can't tell when the enemies are actually defeated. I'm just kind of going by the little arrow near me. It guides me to the next enemy, so I know that's when the one in front of me is dead. Okay, level 1 of that area is complete. We'll just keep on rolling before my stuff wears out. Level 2 is done. So far so good. Not sure how deep these are going to go and if there's any reward any deeper down. So far it's just a lot of big fighty mess. I can't really see what's going on, but I'm enjoying it. Got some robots now, hopefully collecting lots of void roses. That way when I get back I can upgrade all sorts of my garbage. Halfway through level 3 and my speed is worn off, so I'm back to regular movement. I actually kind of want everything to just disappear so I can see what I'm doing again. I think I'll actually be just as fast moving at my regular speed without the potions. Or mostly just without the potions. It's just too hard to see anything. But just like that, there's the end of level 3. This is the end of level whatever. I kind of lost track. Oh, here we go. Void level 5. That's an achievement. Down to level 6 now. All my effects have worn off. It's just me and whatever this thing is. Alright, well, I guess I'll just start hitting it until it does something. Not the toughest boss I've ever fought. I don't even know what that was or what any of this stuff is I found on the ground. I better pick it up. Don't need keys for now. 2 bars. Are these the good kind of metal or are these something useful? Iron. Seriously, it just dropped a bunch of iron? Well, alright. I guess I'll keep going deeper and hopefully find better stuff. Apparently they're more common than I thought. I thought they were going to be something of a rare spawn. I really hope all my furnaces and everything are still going while I'm wasting a bunch of time down here. Hey, this is a new one. A big ghost. A little bit tougher to kill, still not bad. Really wish I did more damage though. These could be annoying if they're gonna freeze me though, just cause they'll take too long to kill. And here's level 10. Not sure if there's anything special here because the new things appeared on level 9. Floor 11, and I'm actually just gonna let the timer run out on this one. I wanna go back to base and upgrade some stuff. I don't wanna really commit to a big, long, deep run unless I can do it to the fullest potential, and I need upgrades before I can do that. Alright, how many void roses did we find while we were down there? Lots. 503 out of 30. We didn't even have 30 before because I was getting maybe a few every few days. Still not really sure if there's a place to get the Kraken's Eye. It might be deeper down there, but for now I definitely want the movement. Boots all the way. And aren't they beautiful? Movement speed 60%. Is there still more? There are more. Fiberglass. Oh, all I need is fiberglass to make those. I'm totally gonna do that. And that's actually my first cosmic gear item. 70% movement speed. That's gonna be nice. Oh yeah, look how fast I go. If I move twice as fast with the scrolls, I'd be going way too fast. You know what? That's what we're gonna do. All this new gear and new items has me excited. We're gonna upgrade everything and go as deep as we can in the void portal. That means upgrading my damage a billion times too. We'll fill the world with stars another time. Which means I need to make a few adjustments. The fastest way to get a lot of the orbs is probably to summon the skeletons again because bones are the easiest for me to get. But currently I can only make 3 of these to summon 3 bosses. I need more void steel, I need more bones, probably more star fragments. And we just picked up enough cosmic steel at the merchant to make the cosmic pickaxe. And I just can't help myself, so we're making one of those. Which apparently means 4.5 attack damage, not sure how that applies. Resources and plants may drop star fragments, and I'm gonna need a lot of those anyway. Where's my training dummy? Alright, so if I hit one of these now, 37.25. That's a very minor upgrade from our damage before. But at least we can now find star fragments on occasion from breaking stuff, so that's gonna be hopefully helpful. Unless it's like a really rare thing. I don't know how rare it's going to be, but we're going to try. Destroyed a whole bunch of stuff so far. Haven't seen any star fragments. Not really sure that was worth the upgrade. Could have got a sword instead for more damage. Speaking of which, let's start collecting some bones again. At some point, the ballistas can't really keep up, so I need to get in there manually to destroy some of these. 500 bones per sigil, that's not that bad. It's mostly going to be the star fragments and the void steel that are going to be hardest to get a hold of. The only thing I really don't have regarding those is going to be the electronics, but I'm busy at work making some of those. I'm really curious to see what was down in the bottom of the void biome, or down deeper at least. And I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need more star fragments. Luckily for me, I just spent the last 3 hours gathering the scrolls that can get me lots of star fragments. In fact, I have 103 of them, so we're making pretty good progress. And that's just fine with me because it's going to make this even easier. We'll land this many of them for now. I notice they land on top of each other too. That's interesting. I used, I don't know, maybe 10 star scrolls there, and I got 3 stars because I think they were landing one on top of the other. So maybe the whole filling the map thing wouldn't have worked anyways. I land 2. They land right there and right over there. I think they explode on impact and I just gather the star shards. At least I'm going to assume that's how that works, and that always works out very well for me. Let's go see if we can make more of whatever it was we're about to make. Looks like I've got, I don't know, 107 star shards now, I think. So we're going to make as many of these as we can. We're going to get the sword, more damage, more everything. While I'm waiting, I've discovered I can help this useless old man. He wants 1 golden egg. This is surprisingly underwhelming. So are you. And that's saying something because you're old. But he gave me a big chest full of... I need a key. You'd think I'd have a few of these by now, wouldn't you? For helping the elderly today, we get a spirit orb. Well, I did want to increase my damage anyway. I was hoping for something new and exciting. The absolute longest part of doing anything right now is waiting for the merchant. He shows up once every few nights, always waiting on him because I need his stuff. On a night like tonight, he didn't give me anything I couldn't already have. But I'm estimating within the next 20 nights, he will give me the stuff I need to move on. And that's not an over-exaggeration. It might actually take me another 20 nights to get the legendary gems I need for the sword, plus the Kraken's eyes I need for my, gloves. But at least while I'm waiting for those, I can continue making my skull sigils. I've managed to buy a few at the shops as well too, so we're actually collecting lots of those fast. We're gonna have a ton of orbs by the time I'm ready to do my run. It's actually now been about 20 days and I'm still this close. I need 1 more Kraken's eye. Also still waiting on 3 more legendary gems. The merchant just doesn't want to sell them. But for maybe the first time in history, I made a good choice. I decided to look up if there's any other ways to actually get these things. Turns out that if I go fishing in the void biome, I can actually find the Kraken's eye. Let's put that to the test. And looks like that was actually correct. Wish I'd known that about 4 hours ago. This would have made this whole thing so much easier. Which means that just like that, these are done. Attack speed 60%. And then, as I understand, I can actually find the legendary gems from the slime boss. So let's summon 2 of those. I've also made a nice new little arena that they can't escape. Not that those guys are particularly difficult, and I do think I see some of the legendary gems somewhere in the middle. Yep. So just like that, I can now make the sword. Again, I really should have looked into that hours ago. I don't know why I didn't. And there it is. 4.5 attack damage also damages resources and plants, so I don't really even need a pickaxe anymore. Also, my damage is now this much, 37.25. I'm not actually sure it changed that much from the last time. And there we have it, the best gloves in the game. Attack speed increased by 70%, which looks something like this. Pretty fast, that's a lot of damage going out. But it's still not good enough. The occasional fireball is a nice touch as well. Since I still need more damage, I'm gonna need more orbs. And I've already got 14 orbs, so that'll be a little bit of extra damage. But then I've still got my 57 boss sigils, 59 total boss sigils, which is going to give me about 240 more orbs. Is that good enough? It might be. Really quick, I'm going to check to see if it's easy to make any more boss sigils. If not, we'll just go ahead and fire that up and collect our things. Well, I think it's about time we collect those orbs. I've locked myself on this island, surrounded by ballistas. I'm not going to zoom it out anymore because I think you get the point. Island, surrounded by water, so the bosses hopefully can't escape. And let's summon them. 2 slimes, And 65 skeleton bosses. Hopefully they don't kill me before they're all spawned. I've never summoned this many and they're doing a lot of damage already. Few more to go. Just gotta survive a little bit more. Oh, it's gonna be heartbreaking if I die. And I died. Hopefully those don't despawn because that was a lot of work to summon. I never considered that. Really gotta start thinking more before I jump into things. Are the bosses still here? Oh, good, they're still here. It's gonna be pretty hard to get any momentum going again once I respawn. Luckily, I've got nothing but time, as already demonstrated. Making progress. I've kind of worked my way out of that area. Now I just need to eat something very quickly. Okay, I'm back on track. I managed to eat something. As long as I keep my health up, I'll be okay for a minute, and then I'm gonna start swinging my sword as soon as I can. Nice group of skeletons. Frame rate's still holding out too. 59 frames per second so far. Alright, let's start swinging that sword and see if we can do some damage to these. Launching the fireballs is probably going to do more damage than anything, but I'm still not doing enough damage to really make a huge dent in these guys, I think. Oh, they're starting to escape to the mainland somehow. How did they get over there? Oh, right here. Okay, well, that's fine. A few of them are going to get away. Nothing I can do about that. I think I'm actually stuck in the chests right now, too. Yep, I can't actually move from where I'm at. So this is all going completely according to plan, sort of. Well, I guess now I've got to go deal with the skeletons that are currently destroying my base. We'll take these down one at a time. They do still die pretty quickly, but I need like 100 times the damage I'm doing now. Oh, they're multiplying so quick. It's getting out of hand pretty fast. But every time I kill a regular skeleton, I get some health back, so I'm feeling pretty confident still. I'll mostly just hang out around the edge where I can't take too much damage, and eventually they will die, hopefully. I don't know if they're multiplying faster than I can kill them, but we'll find out soon enough. I can actually basically just sit right here across the water and hit stuff. As long as they're near the edge, I can actually do damage on them, and I don't think they can hit me from there. Next time, I think I'm going to need a little bit of a bigger battle island. Frame rate's dropping because the chest's getting away and then I can't walk anymore. Blisters are doing their best to keep up, but there's just too many skeletons. I'm not actually sure. I don't think I can. Like, I want to get back onto the island so I can hit some of the skeletons, but I don't think I can. There's too many chests. Like, I can't move anywhere. And just like that, they might actually all be dead, along with my ballistas. I'm just going to kind of do a perimeter sweep because there's still a lot of skeletons out there, but I think all the skeleton kings are actually dead at this point. That wasn't too bad at all, only suffered some mild adversity. And it's kind of what I figured. There's no way to walk onto this island because it's all just skull chests. And speaking of which, I guess I'd better get busy collecting all these stupid things. Feels like how we started the video, doesn't it? Well, this does at least make a pretty nice visual. This is the part where I proclaim I officially hate this idea. This is taking way too long. In total, we have a modest 270 damage orbs. At least I can eat them 2 at a time. Well, it's about time something broke. I've only eaten like 8,000 orbs. The billion orbs have been consumed. The only question is, how much damage do we do now? 100.25. I was hoping I'd break the 100 mark, 100 damage per hit. So we could do this and kill anything pretty quickly. Even before the orbs, I was doing a lot of damage, and I was at like 17 damage per hit, so we're doing 5 times as much. At least I think that's what I was doing before. I don't really remember. I don't really care. 100 damage per swing. So let's see how that compares to a boss now. One skull boss, and we're swinging nice and fast. Yeah, he died real fast. And hey, look at that, more orbs. Well, now that I have maximum move and attack speed, plus all that damage, let's see how far into the void we can get. There's level 5. So far, everything is way too easy because I'm just one-shotting everything. And here's level 10. Still, everything dying one shot, nothing poses any problem whatsoever, even these big ghost things. Hey, we got a new boss thing. On floor, I don't know, 13 or so. Still not much effort to destroy it. It's fun being this overpowered. Makes this whole area a lot easier than it used to be. Here's floor 15. Still nothing posing any challenge whatsoever. The hardest part in any floor is actually finding the portal once all the monsters are dead. Oh, we're finally getting some bosses down here too though. Slime King just spawned. Level 18, we're even finding the Skeleton King, so it's going to get a little bit harder from here on out. Still not going to be a challenge, I don't think, but it's getting harder. It actually looks like this is going to be my final floor, whatever it is, about 18, simply because there's so many monsters spawning, it's hard to kill them all in time. They're not posing any physical challenge to me, it just takes so long to track each and every one down while more is spawning. The bosses spawn so many that, yeah, I'm going to run out of time. At this point, it'd probably be worth coming back with the lightning potion, that way it would be taking care of most of the little stragglers everywhere. But until I do, I think that's about as far as I'm going to be able to make it. That extra damage sure is fun though.